I'll tell you what, my sisters are super competitive. And you know what's great about that? Is that they actually, if you're in a relationship, and even if you're not in a relationship, if you just happen to be friends with one of my sisters, what that does is it helps as a man, it helps you feel challenged. And it helps you to kind of reignite that fueling system that you have inside yourself. You know, it could be my sisters are competitive with finances, going out there and hustling and doing what they got to do. If you're in a relationship and y'all are trying to build on some type of stage of wealth that you want to get to, my sisters can get engaged with that. And I'm going to tell you what, a lot of times my sisters come out on top with that, because they just have that switch that turns on, where once they stay focused, once they engage, you're not stopping them. And they go straight to accomplishing that goal. It's a beautiful thing. Like I said, to have that where you have somebody who's challenging you. And of course, as men, we're going to sit up here and try to feel like, oh, you know, because this is our wheelhouse, that we're just competitive like that, you know, we're not going to let somebody else, not a young lady, try to overtake us. 9 times out of 10, I'm telling you, you mess around with a sister, it's going to be a problem. Maybe on the physical side, you may be able to get the best of her, but even sometimes with that, my sisters they can be just as competitive as the men, and they can be more effective in their competition. You know, you can get out there, and whether it's going out and you want to go for a run, my sisters can best you in that type of stuff as well. You know, you go out there and you want to play some kind of sports or something like that. Like I said, unless it's a physical thing and you weigh a little bit more than my sisters or something like that, it may be a little bit of a challenge. But it's just the fact of just being able to have that type of relationship where you can kind of engage with one another. You can kind of push off of one another's energy. You know, it brings about a certain type of excitement. You know what I'm saying? And it's a different level of competitive versus your men. Because when you out there with your guys, you know, we're being competitive and we're just trying to knock each other's head off. That's what it comes down to when it's the guys versus the guys. We're just trying to knock our head off. But the one thing that you get from my sisters is you start to understand, you start to learn certain things if you pay attention to what they're doing. Again, they think much smarter. They're more efficient in what they do. So whatever it is, whatever game that you're playing, whatever sport that you're playing, whatever it is that they are competing with you at, they're thinking through it. They're thinking through it. And as men, we just go of using straight raw athleticism, our raw talent. And our sisters are thinking of what's the best way to win this game or to win this competition. That's why they're dangerous. That's why they're dangerous. And I'm not saying dangerous in a bad way. They're dangerous in a good way. Like, you can never underestimate my sisters. You can't. They're just sharp. They're smart like that. So when you get into that competitive realm, you got to watch out. Playing chess, you got to watch out. You know, mental games, you got to watch out. And my sisters are, you can meet some who are way more competitive than what you think that they are. They could be competitive with just, hey, they're going to get to the store faster than you are. They're going to go up here and finish up the grocery list and get stuff done before you do. You know what I mean? Like little silly stuff. I know there's a couple who is on YouTube, light-skinned couple that I see from time to time. My sister will send me the videos, and they do all kind of crazy, you know, pranks on each other and stuff like that. That's what I'm talking about. Like, they're engaging one another. They're challenging one another. They're doing all these things to keep the relationship vibrant. And that's what my sisters do. They do that stuff naturally. Now, unfortunately, sometimes they get in relationships with knuckleheads and it kind of changes their personality. And it makes them a little colder, a little bit harder. You know what I mean? Because they're dealing with some knucklehead who is not wanting to entertain that stuff. You know, some knucklehead who wants to sit up here and have my sister sulking, have them looking all mad, their face all drooping down because this dude is got you walking on eggshells. My sisters don't respond that way. They may be in situations like that, but that's not their optimal place to be in. Their optimal place to be in is to be free, is to be able to just show, expose their personality, their character, and you'll see that in every aspect, whether it's a friend or a relationship, once my sisters are able to really be themselves, man, it's a whole different level of just enjoyment, new explorations. It's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. So, I mean, like I said, my sisters, don't underestimate them on being competitive. They're going to show you what it's really all about when it gets down to it. And a lot of times that helps. It makes such a great, you know, engagement. It makes it such a great, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a great, I can't figure out the words I'm looking for. It's a mesh. It's a meshing of, you know, you and that sister, and then being able to bond and being able to complete things that you never thought that you would, or just come up with new ideas, explore the world, doing all kind of different things. That's what I'm talking about. You want the juices flowing. You can't, you know, suffocate my sisters, man. You can't do that. You gotta let them breathe. You gotta let them roam to do the things that they want to do. And you'll be surprised. You'll see that you'll have a fun relationship. That's what I gotta say about that, man. Just made me think about some stuff, about some things that have happened in the past with some of the young ladies that I used to deal with, and how they would bring you back with life. You know what I mean? You'll be sitting around because you're so used to being out there with the boys and stuff like that. Now you don't think that the person that you're with is going to challenge you. Shoot, man. You get out there and you wind up hurting yourself trying to go after battling up against my sisters. Anyway, I'm going to go to the park this last time. I'm going to catch you on the next note. Peace out.